Hi, and all. Myself, Dr. Hazari Naresh, working as an assistant professor in Mechanical Engineering Department in Vienna VJEC. Today, we are going to discuss steering gear mechanism topic in kinematics of machinery subject. Okay. First, let us start. Steering gear mechanism. What is steering gear mechanism? First, we have to learn. So, steering means we have to change our direction of vehicle, either left side or right side. If it is not, what will happen? We are unable to control our vehicle. So we are not going to travel in whatever path we are specifying. Here, first, what is steering gear mechanism? So steering gear mechanism is used for changing the direction of the wheel axle with reference to the chassis. So why we are mentioning with reference to chassis? There's a reason behind this. Just see here. Let us consider this. This is front wheel axle, second wheel axle, rear wheel axle. So here the rear wheel axle, on the rear wheel axle, rear wheels are fixed. There is no change in the direction, which always tries to move in horizontal direction. Okay. So here in front wheels, we can change this angle with the help of some mechanism. It may move left turn or right turn. So here this one is fixed. Here it is fixed. We are going to change this wheel direction with the help of links. That is called as a steering gear mechanism. Now, why this with reference to chassis means? So the chassis is always in fixed one, which is going to produce some axis on this side. On front wheel, we are going to change this wheel with the help of some inclination by having some mechanism. So the changing of this wheel angle, that should be intersect with some point. That point is called as a instantaneous circle, center of turning circle. So once it is matching to this rear wheel axle, then only we can travel in accurate path. If it is not happening, then what will happen? There is some skidding will be happen. Let us see. So it is clear. Now why? Here we are going to learn. If it is not matching with the instantaneous center I, so here skidding will be happen. So steering gear mechanism is required to avoid the skidding of your vehicle, means slipping of the wheels in sideways. So for example, if two front wheels must turn about the same instantaneous center I, so this instantaneous center I, which lies on the axis of the back wheel, If the instantaneous center of the two front wheels do not coincide with the instantaneous center of the back wheel, the skidding on the front or back wheels will definitely take place, which will cause more wear and tear of the tire. Okay. While in vehicle wheel balancing, we are going to check this also. So here this is a general image how we are going to change steering. So it consists of some pairs that we will discuss next. So condition. So here condition of correct steering gear mechanism. This is mandatory while designing our vehicle. So if it is not satisfied, definitely there is some cases higher wear and some cases tire burst will also happening. So here let us know what is correct steering gear condition. So the condition for correct steering is that all the four wheels must turn about the same instantaneous center. Then only if the instant center is making here I value, then based on this we are going to make a round circle. Vehicle will make a round circle. If it is not will be happen, then what will happen? It will go change its own way like this. If it is not properly happening. No. The axis of the inner wheels makes a larger turn angle than the angle subtended by the axis of the four wheels. Here few points we are going to focus. First let us design this vehicle chassis. So here A, the point A is wheel track, the distance between two wheels. B, wheelbase, the distance between two chassis. Here it is mentioned. C is the distance between the pivots A and B of the front axle. A and B, this distance which is mentioned C point. Now, here first as I mentioned A, point B and C. Now while we are making the instantaneous center I point, okay, now it will going to form two triangles. Okay, so first triangle is forming with the help of IBP, IBP, first triangle. Second triangle is IAP, IAP. Two triangles are formed. Now let us consider first triangle. So we are going to consider cotangent sign, means cot sign. So here the angle formed between IBP is theta. Okay, now let us consider cot theta is equal to BP by IP. As you know, BP by IP. Same way IAP, that angle denoted by outer wheel. So these two are the inner wheels, these two are the outer wheels. Angle formed by the outer front wheel is pi. Here again cot pi is equal to AP by IP. AP by IP. Now here one thing is AP, these two whole distance AP we are going to divide PB and BA, or AB plus BP. So AB plus BP mentioned here, which is equal to AB by IP plus BP by IP is equal, now AB by IP. So AB, which we know that this is two pivot points, that is C, two pivot points C by B, the distance between the two chassis. So B, so CB plus cot theta. So where BP by IP is equal to cot theta. Now where we are going to form an equation format, cot pi minus cot theta is equal to C by B. This has to be satisfied for correct steering gear condition. Now this is a mathematical equation for correct steering. If this condition is satisfied, there will be no skidding of the wheel when the vehicle takes turn. So while designing itself, we are going to make sure that this should be satisfied. Next, there are the two types of steering gears are available. One is Accustomed steering gear, another one is Davis steering gear. So what is the difference between these two? So first let us learn Accustomed steering gear. So here, while seeing this, see this Accustomed steering gear is backside of your front wheel. First, it consists of only turning pairs. So let's see, Accustomed steering gear is mechanical steering linkage arrangement used in vehicle to ensure all wheels follow the correct turning path during the turn. This minimizes tire slip and improve vehicle handling, which is at backside. The whole mechanism of the Accustomed steering gear is on back of the front wheel. So back of this front wheel axle is always on back side. Now, few important points. The Accustomed steering gear consists of turning pairs. So this is turning pair, this is turning pair, this is turning pair. 4 turning pairs. The inner wheels sharper than outer wheels in cornering, which used to take more angle. So theta is greater. Now, used in light vehicles for better maneuverable and better control. We can see in nowadays cars, most of cars they are going to use an Accustomed steering gear. Ensure all wheels rotate about the common center. It's also one of the advantage for this. Now, applications in passenger cars, racing cars, robot vehicle arms, and modern electric drive automotive systems. This we are going to use in Accustomed steering gear. Next, Davis steering gear. So you can see Davis steering gear. Here it consists of sliding pair as well as turning pair. First, in mechanical steering system that uses sliding pair to maintain the correct steering geometry. In general, it should be more accurate as compared to Accustomed steering gear. All the wheels turn about the common instantaneous. Here also it's same. Now, few important points. Uses sliding pairs. In earlier case, we are going to use only 2 turning pairs. Here we are going to use 2 turning pairs, 2 sliding pairs. So let us see here. In this, here one is turning pair, here one is turning pair, here these are the slidings. These are the sliding pairs. Here you can observe this figure. 2 sliding pairs, 2 turning pairs we are using in Davis steering gear. Ensures perfect steering geometry using straight link motion. More accurate but causes wear due to sliding friction. If sliding is there, definitely there should be more friction. Complex, it should be a little complex. Why? Because we are going to maintain some cylinders, some slider guideways. That should be a little complex. And costly, when this complex, this should be costly as compared to Accustomed steering gear. Okay, this is general brief about this Accustomed Davis steering gear. Next, what is the comparison? So what is the difference between these two? Let us see. Use turning pairs. Here only turning pairs we are using. In Davis steering gear, uses sliding pairs, causing more friction. To turning pairs, to sliding pairs we are using. Now, second, steering is approximate, not mathematically perfect. Okay, here it provides perfect steering geometry because we are using sliding pairs. It should be more accurate and simple construction and low maintenance. There are turning pairs, there is a always possible low maintenance. If the sliding pairs are there, there should be complex as well as more prone to wear. Okay, and it requires some maintenance. Suitable for high speed vehicles, and here not suitable for high speed applications. Probably we are going to speed low and moderate speed applications. Either it is more accurate. widely used in modern cars and light vehicles. Here, rarely used in practical application today. Anyway, we are using, but very less case we are using. Only few cases are we are using. Okay, these are my references. Thank you.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe VNR Digital Learning Resource YouTube channel.